Hello everyone, welcome to the channel. Today I'm going to take a look at the Blu-ray set of Shazam, the complete live-action series. Now what this is, it's a TV show from the mid-1970s that played on Saturday mornings. When I was a kid back then, Saturday morning cartoons were all the rage. And you also had, mixed amongst the Saturday morning cartoons, some live action shows for the kids. And this is one of them. This is Captain Marvel. Not the Captain Marvel that we're familiar with today from the Marvel Cinematic Universe and the Marvel comics. This is DC's Captain Marvel. They call him Shazam now, but if you look on the back, it says that Billy Batson transforms himself into the world's mightiest mortal, Captain Marvel. So there you have it. He is Captain Marvel. He's always been Captain Marvel to me. This set has been brought to us by Warner Brothers. It's part of their archive collection. It's not available in retail stores, but it can be had online. Third-party sellers will sell it. You can also get a copy from Warner Brothers itself. If you go to the WB shop, they have their archive collection for sale. And what they are is they're manufactured on demand. And they're very nicely done. They're just not mass produced for the stores. It's no different than any other Blu-ray disc. These aren't BDRs. These are actually pressed discs, and they're just the same as if you had bought it in a store, but you're buying it directly from Warner Brothers. Now, what I like about this and what struck me at first about it was the really nice painting by Alex Ross here on the cover. I like that. It really brings the comic book roots home to this series. And really, for the longest time, if I look on the back, we can see that Captain Marvel's costume was comic accurate. Considering this was a simple children's show from the 1970s, they did a good job of accurately depicting the costume from the comic book. They were not to repeat this again until recently, when we had Zachary Levi star as Shazam. Now, they don't call him Captain Marvel in this one, which is unfortunate, but I guess it would confuse things with Marvel's Captain Marvel nowadays, so they don't do it. But anyway, it was a long time coming for us to get a Shazam movie. So this was all we had for many years if you wanted to watch Captain Marvel. Now, the set itself is pretty basic. It's got 4 discs. Same artwork on each disc. The episodes are very short episodes, and there's a lot of them on each disc, but don't panic, they're short episodes, so they're not cramming a whole bunch onto a single disc. Like I said, these are not BDRs. They're pressed discs, just like a retail disc would be. Keep in mind that when you watch this, the show was meant for kids. It was meant to be sort of educational, sort of a learning moment for the kids when they would watch each episode. So the superheroic action is not what you would expect to see like nowadays. For one, it was a TV budget. For two, it was 1970s, so it was limited by not only the TV budget, but the technical and special effects capabilities of the time, which were not very good. But I do remember that they got around this in a low-tech way and did it very well with his flying sequences. Now, when he's just flying through the sky, it's just typical background projection, nothing special. But there were some scenes where he was filmed from below, and you could see the sky rushing past him. The wind is ripping through past him, ripping through him. His hair is blowing, his cape's blowing, and it looks fantastic. And there was no CGI, there was no wires. All he did was have him on a vehicle with a camera underneath him and just drove the vehicle along at speed, so it looked like, from the camera's perspective, that he's flying through the air. And it worked. It worked like a charm. These shows are, honestly, they're kind of silly. As a kid, I was disappointed that they did not involve any of Captain Marvel's Marvel family or any of the supervillains like Dr. Sivana, and you were stuck with problem of the week, essentially. And it was basically problems that kids would deal with, and Billy Batson would encounter them with his confidant and friend, mentor here, and he would have to utter the word Shazam to change into Captain Marvel and deal with the problem. And then Captain Marvel would deal with the kids. And it was things like, hey kids, don't steal cars and go for joyrides. That's one episode I remember. Don't do drugs, be nice to each other. All very after-school special type of TV shows. So don't go in expecting to see Zachary Levi flying around with special effects galore like the recent movie had. But for what it is, it's charming, it's fun, and I liked it. Partway through the series, the main actor left. I'm not sure why or what happened. I think he got hurt. If I remember reading correctly, he got hurt and had to leave the show. They replaced him with another actor, this guy right here. And I guess they just assumed us kids wouldn't know the difference. Because, hey, we're just kids, right? We don't know the difference. We won't know any better. Well, we did. And I liked the original actor much better. He was always Captain Marvel to me. Some way still is. No slam against Zachary Levi. I like Zachary Levi. But when I was a kid, this was the adult Captain Marvel that I grew up with. And I thought he was cool. So, what are you waiting for? Go ahead and get yourself a copy. They're easily available from Warner Brothers. If you like DC Comics, you like superheroes, or you like fun little kids shows from the 1970s, this is definitely a worthy addition to your collection. Thanks for joining me. Until next time, I'll see you soon.